Student Voice. I'm Nash Wooten. Along with me today are Heath and Grant. And Grant, I think you brought a special guest with us today.
I did bring a guest. If you used Vine way back when it was a thing, you might know Rex Testarossa. He got pretty big on it pretty late.
Hey, what's up, girl? You like potato chips? Because if you do, you out of luck, because I'm not sharing mine. These are Calling people daddy is gross. Stop kink shaming me. Kink shaming is my kink.
Hey man, I know it's rough right now, but like
A drill! This is a screwdriver! Whoever labeled this drill is fired!
How to avoid disappointment. Shoot for things you already have. That way your expectations are always met. Boy, I wish I was lonely.
How you doing today, Rex?
Howdy. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're doing
not
fantastic.
I'm very happy you're here.
I'm excited that he's here.
Dude, y'all like really didn't even use Vine that much. I did, so seeing him is like
Well,
crazy
seeing all
to
those
me.
Vine compilations on YouTube, that's pretty much my only
Yeah.
my only thing with Vine.
So like, the reason we're doing this whole thing is because, so the whole big thing is like people, they miss Vine and all that. And so now there's this new thing, Bytes, being made by Vine, or being made by the guy who made Vine, and it's crazy. I'm really excited for it. Rex, I'm gonna ask you some questions about like Vine and Byte, mostly just stuff like that. Are you ready for these questions? You seemed ready.
I am prepared.
You're prepared? All right. So first one, when you found Vine way back when, what was your first impression of it?
I did not know that Vine was what it was when I downloaded it. Because I thought it was like an app, because I was literally looking for an app to make GIFs.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was. I was like, oh, it's an app where you can make GIFs. And I saw it on Twitter because I used to follow, well, I think I still follow him. But there's a guy who, he's a musician, you probably heard of him, named Flying Lotus.
Yeah.
He had like a side account for his rap persona called Captain Murphy.
Okay.
And he put a bunch of Vines on Twitter. I was like, what's this? This is super weird. And this was like 2012, I want to say.
Whoa.
And so I downloaded it thinking it looks like a GIF, but I didn't click on it because I didn't know there was sound on it. And I was like, oh, this is a video app. And then I closed it and I didn't open it for like 6 months. But then I came back one day and I was like, oh, there's people on here making stuff. And I would just watch it for a while and I never really posted anything. And then I was like, man, a lot of these people aren't funny.
So you took
I
action.
can make stuff. I can do this. This is easy. And I just started doing it. And it took a while to get the ball rolling, but eventually I was like, whoa, I got a verification badge. Oh no, Vine's shutting down the month.
Oh man.
Did you ever get to make that GIF you were trying to make when you accidentally downloaded Vine?
No, I don't even remember what the GIF was. I gave up on it. I was just like, screw it. It doesn't matter. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah.
All right. So that's really funny. Did Vine help you get to where you wanted to be as a creator?
It helped me flex my creative muscle. Like, it gave me the confidence to try other things. Like, I was always afraid to do stand-up, but then I was like, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? It's just like getting a negative comment on Vine, only it's in real life and they're yelling it at you. But who cares, you know? But yeah, it helped me to I was always like, I had a wild imagination, but Vine really like expanded that because it was like, what if I could just like make something out of this weird stuff that I'm thinking constantly and just see what people think about it. So I was really able to do that, and it gave me a lot more of a bravado about myself to become the overconfident piece of garbage that I am today.
Oh my God. Rex, I don't think you're a piece of garbage.
Grant, no one asked you what you thought. No, I'm sorry.
Oh no. Ah. All right. What were you thinking at the moment when Twitter announced that they were gonna shut down Vine in like late 2016?
See, that was the thing. I didn't even hear from Twitter. Like, I knew people who worked at Vine,
Yeah.
and they were just like, "Oh yeah, it's getting shut down." And I was like,
Oh no. Oh, I just got that
Yeah.
verification badge.
I was like, it was just a really bad day because I was like, oh, I got verified. Oh, they announced Vine is shutting down. Oh, today is the results of the presidential election. It was just like a waterfall of things happening all at once. I was just like, oh man, this is a weird day. But like I was just like, dude, what am I gonna do now? I have no creative outlet anymore. I could post it on Twitter. I could post it on Instagram. I don't want to do that. I want Vine.
Yeah.
Vine is where the homies are. But it was
The homies.
I ended up finding some other places that I could go. One place I will not speak of, but it exists.
Oh
It's
no.
out there.
What?
Don't worry, I won't ask about it.
Okay, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can ask about it. I don't care. But like, it's not like it's an OnlyFans or something.
Oh no.
No. You know the place. The
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah. We don't like TikTok. We're not fans of TikTok.
I'm big on TikTok.
Just not about it.
Why do people hate TikTok so much? Like, what's the diff?
It's just it's really started out as like a cringy just lip syncing thing, and I feel like the reason that it started out is that gave it the image that TikTok has now, because it was Musically and then it merged with like some Chinese company,
Okay.
and so it was just Musically, and Musically they always did the weird camera movement,
Yeah.
and it was bad. I was never a fan of it.
So Vine was more like comedy based, and TikTok was like kind of cringy, lip syngy
Yeah,
stuff.
kind of
Okay.
like that.
Cool.
Vine was special. In January of 2017, Vine was shut down and it got renamed to the Vine camera, kind of like showing the end of Vine. It's dead. And what was the feelings that you and like friends and fellow creators had? Like, what were those feelings when it finally got renamed of only Vine camera? You couldn't go back and watch stuff. It was just the camera.
Like, there are a few people who were just like, why does this feel like a funeral? And I'm like, it kind of is. We kind of all have like a gravestone on our phone that's right here.
Yeah.
It's just called Vine camera. And like, I clicked on it and it just went straight to the camera. Like, there was no timeline, there was nothing. I was like, so I guess it's gone. And there were a few people who were like, yeah, I never downloaded the thing. It still has the same timeline to this day and all this other stuff. But now it's gone because, people get new phones and stuff like that. But it was really solemn. Everybody, all I just saw was like, RIP Vine, RIP Vine.
Oh yeah.
And it was weird because like months and months and months prior, before it was even announced that Vine was getting shut down, there are all these people who are just like, Vine's dead, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Vine, nobody's on Vine anymore, da 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 da. And after it shut down, there are all these people who are like, oh my God, I can't believe Vine's dead. I was like, you guys spoke it to us.
Yeah. I remember when that was happening. I was just
And
a
then
senior in
everybody
high
was
school.
like, oh, here's my compilation of all my favorite Vines. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Wish you guys had this energy when Vine was still around, but okay. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's something like, what's the saying? It's like you don't know what you have until you've lost it or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of how it was with Vine, because now you see so many compilations of favorite Vines and all that.
It was like the meme tastemaker for a good while there. It was where all the good memes were coming from. And
Yeah. So I'm going to skip a little bit. So in December 2017, Dom Hoffman I know who he knows who he is. Dom
Nope.
Dom Hoffman
No
was the
idea.
guy who made Vine along with 2 other guys. I think one of them was Colin Kroll, I think was his name. And then I don't know the other guy. But
Jeffrey Vine.
No. Dom Hoffman, he made Vine. So in December 2017, he announced on Twitter that he'd make a follow-up, and it was going to be called V2, and now it has been renamed to Byte. He announced it on Twitter, and I remember seeing it. I went nuts. I was like, oh my God, Vine's back. It's crazy. Rex, what was your reaction when you saw that Dom was basically making Vine again?
My first reaction was like, man, that name sucks.
Yeah, V2 kind of
That name sucks. We gotta do something about that name.
Yeah.
And I thought it was all right, like, cool. They're gonna remake it, but what is the pot like? How likely is it to come out actually?
Yeah.
And there are a few people who I talked to, other former Viners, who were just like, I don't see it happening. I don't think it's gonna come out. And other people was like, man, I can't wait for it to come out. And I was kind of in the middle. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna happen, but I'm gonna forget about it. That way, when it does happen, it'll be like a surprise, and I don't have to anticipate anything. So it was exciting, but at the same time, I was like, I need to take this news with a grain of salt. Don't get overly excited for something that may not come to pass.
Yeah.
So it was cool. I was like, oh man, and like the nostalgia, even though it was like week-old nostalgia, I guess, because it just announced that it was gone. But
Yeah.
it was like, oh man, Vine's coming back. And then an actual V2 did come out, and it was a scam, and it sucked, and people were really upset about it.
Yeah.
But, you know,
There was like a really bad app that someone else made. It wasn't Dom Hoffman, and they called it V2. It was I never downloaded it, but apparently I think it was like it looked exactly, or not exactly, but it looked a lot like Vine did back in the day. And then I remember if you refresh the page, it was like a fidget spinner loading icon.
Oh gosh.
Man, that's kind of funny.
No, it was that was so bad. All right, so now we're gonna get into Byte. So Byte, do you think it will be able to reach the success that Vine did, get pretty close, or will it flop?
It's a good question because, as I mentioned earlier, like TikTok is a thing that exists now, and a lot of people are gravitating towards that. And it's basically walking into an arena where there is a like dude who's twice your size standing across from you, and it's gonna be an uphill battle per se to become big. But I think there's gonna be a lot of people who will not jump, but like who will want to use Byte more because like TikTok's big, but at the same time,
It's not Vine.
it's got too much. There's too many restrictions on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want you to talk about a lot of things, and they will take your videos down. Like they really, really don't want you to be gay for some reason.
Yeah,
on
I saw
TikTok.
that. Recently, they came out
Really
with a
strange.
thing. It was like their terms and services.
there's a
It was like they banned pro LGBT content.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's-
it was a
it's
big
real
thing.
That's
weird.
odd
Yeah,
for
Really
a big
weird
company like that.
because it can in the terms of service, LGBT content is considered political, which doesn't make sense. But
That sounds
they
like good
also
news
don't
for
like
Byte.
it when people
Yeah.
hold things that can be considered weapons. Like if you hold a kitchen knife, your video can get taken down
yeah.
just
Take-
for holding one.
It's crazy.
You have a lighter, it can get taken down for that too. It's really strange. Byte ain't got all those restrictions.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's just like, hey, make your videos, express yourself.
Yeah, just don't go
Do
too
not
far.
be a slave to this giant corporate machine thing that was made to sell you things with ads. There's a lot of ads on TikTok. But yeah, you know. I'm hoping that it can be competitive.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff there. Apparently there's another app coming out called like Firework or something like that, but it's being geared towards like older people. I don't know if I'm going to download that one because I saw it described as Vine for boomers.
Yeah.
But you know, there's always a new challenger approaching. I'm hoping Byte will be will I don't know the word. People will welcome Byte with open arms because I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
Yeah. So like
You know?
from
I think it can compete. I think it'll be alright.
yeah. The closed beta is currently going on, and I know you're on there. I'm on there. From the time you spent on it, does it feel nostalgic in a way to Vine?
In a way, yeah.
Is it just because
I remember when I first opened it, and I was like, I wonder what this is gonna be like. And I clicked on the video, and I started making it, and I was like, yeah, this is Vine. This is Vine. It's not green.
It's not green.
It's not green, but it's almost Vine.
Yeah.
And I was like, nice. And there were a bunch of thoughts that were flowing through my head, and I was like,
Oh, did we lose him?
feels good, man.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Feels good. And I had to put my phone down for a little bit because I was at work. But I was like, I'm going to just use this a lot when I get home and annoy however many people are following me on this stupid thing. I don't know. I can't tell right now, but I don't know. I'm talking gibberish.
Did you have a question?
I was just gonna ask if the fact that it's not green like makes a big difference in your mind.
Not really. It throws me off because like when I see it filming, I'm expecting green, but it's not green.
It's
So
blue.
it's like,
Blue.
It's like a dark blue.
oh, it's
calming
done
color.
already. I'm usually waiting on the green to be all the way at the end. It's not green anymore. Okay, I gotta shorten this up now. I thought I had more time than that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it hasn't taken me that long, but I've gotten back used to the 6 second. But it's not that bad.
That was one of my questions. I was gonna be like, hey, do you think it's gonna take a little bit to get back into making vines like you used to, since it's been a while? But he already answered that. All right. So do you think, like the big former Viners like David Dobrik, the Paul brothers, Liza Koshy, and then those big King Batch, for example, do you think those guys will try to hop on Byte to kind of like, do you think they'll do it just to grow their following and like kind of revive their Vine image, or what do you think will happen there?
I don't think a lot of those guys are gonna come to Byte. Especially like the Paul brothers, like they're too busy being scumbags. They don't care about that. They're making money now.
He's not wrong there.
Yeah.
Liza Koshy, maybe she'll come. I don't know. But hey, if she does,
Yeah.
hit me up. I can help you learn how to use the app. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I think people will be like, oh, it's back. And they'll download it and they'll look at it, but not use it. That's what I think will happen.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Because a lot of those people, they got big from Vine, but they don't have a use for it anymore because they've gone beyond it.
That's what I was saying.
Because they've grown to YouTube content.
And David Dobrik is making like millions of dollars.
Speaking on that, yesterday David Dobrik uploaded on his Instagram story, it was a caption, and the caption was, "I love making vines," and he just made a short video just for fun. And I saw that and I was like, he's gonna hop on Byte.
Yeah, that's
you
gonna
can
be
tell
really interesting.
I feel like you could tell he enjoyed making vines just to make Vines,
Yeah.
not for the money, which apparently was a problem. I remember you mentioned it a while. Viners, they got big and then they didn't want to make Vines because they weren't getting paid. And apparently that
Yeah.
was like a big
It
problem.
was a whole thing.
Yeah. So, let's see. Lastly, are you excited to see Byte bring up like new creators, and do you think will it bring out more creativity or kind of like an equal amount that Vine did?
Nowadays, I think it'll be more because back when Vine first started, it was like there was creative people, but it was very shallow on the creative end. It didn't get like super duper crazy creative towards like to like the last like 2 years. That's when you saw all these like there was like teenagers and all these people coming out of the woodwork. Everybody was just funny, blowing up on there. Now that kind of momentum has transitioned over to TikTok, where you go there and there are people on there who are like 15 and have massive followings
Yeah.
just because of who they are and how they are and the way that they act and stuff like that. I think it'll be pretty much the same. Like you come on the Byte, you'll find your audience somehow. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna find you.
Yeah.
They'll you whether they see you on some sort of like popular page or you pop up on their timeline, someone like I don't know, it's not a sharing option, but like they share it and they see it and they're like, who's this person? I'm gonna look them up. Like I think it's gonna be like a boom, a bigger boom, because it'll be more places for people to go. You
Yeah.
know? Like when you have options, things explode a little more than like having only one place to go.
Yeah.
Like you kind of see that with a lot of different things. Like right now, I don't know if you guys watch pro wrestling, but pro wrestling's going through that where the only big option for a while was the WWE. Now people are starting to learn like, oh, there's other places I can watch it. Oh, there's another company that has a major television program that I can watch. And now it's booming kind of again. Like people are going to wrestling. People who haven't watched it in years are watching it again. People are excited to get involved in it because they're like, okay, well, yeah, it's scripted. Who cares? It's just entertainment.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with making a video on a nap.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can go somewhere else and do this. I don't have to go to Instagram where nobody will see it. I don't have to post it on Twitter or I'll get harassed by dirty old men. I don't have to go to TikTok where it's like toxic and they have terrible memes and there's some people who are just repeat the same things over and over in your comments again. Like, oh, I can go to Byte or I can post it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be a difference because that 6 seconds you gotta work with that 6 seconds.
Mhm.
If you can work within that 6 seconds, you're good to go anywhere else.
Oh
Much.
yeah. Yeah, I never posted on Vine, but I always used it.
Yeah.
But and I always thought, I was like, oh, I could do that in 6 seconds. But now that I'm actually doing it with Byte, it's like, wow, you have to fit a joke, a punchline, and like in 6 seconds. And that's where I like the creativity.
Yeah, it's creative, but it's also a challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And one of my friends, he actually put on Twitter, he said, here's why I think Byte will do better than TikTok in the long run. And it was basically TikTok has all these filters, and they just give you the stuff, like all these filters, these cool little labels that you can put on there, these little effects that you can do. And it's like, they're just giving you. Now, I'm not saying that doesn't make you creative because you can still make like the story.
Yeah.
But a bunch of people, they'll just put music and then the labels and then they'll do some funny dance or something during it. And it's like, I don't know. it doesn't feel creative to me in that aspect. Bytes been in closed beta for what, like 2 weeks or something like that?
2 weeks. It's been 2. I thought it was like 3.
It might be 2 or 3.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
but
been a
all
little
my
bit.
time on it, it definitely already feels more creative than I would say TikTok. Because one of my friends on there, I've shown y'all his stuff. His name's Dylan. He makes a bunch of After Effects stuff, and it's crazy what he can do. And I've never seen that on TikTok ever. And
It is really cool that you
Yeah.
can see all these creators like just making this great content.
Yeah,
And I'm really excited to see all of the creators from TikTok moving over to Byte
and try to.
and try to use it.
No.
I'm really
The
excited.
15-year-olds can stay there.
Yeah.
Well, they can stay
I don't
there and
wanna
do all
watch
their Fortnite
15-year-olds.
dances and
Yeah.
all that. And I think that's all the time we have for today on this show. And
Yeah.
thank you, Rex, for coming
Yeah,
on. This has
man.
been great.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. If you want to try out Byte, you can go to byte.community.co. You can sign up there, and there's a whole post on how to sign up for the beta. So I will see you guys on there, and so will Rex Testarossa. Cool. Thanks. Awesome.
And so, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Nash Wooten. I'm here with Heath and Grant and Rex.
Oh my God.
Oh, and we'll see you next time.